Good morning, girls. How are you guys? Happy Monday. I'm gonna admit, Monday came up way too fast for me. How about you guys? I'm gonna put my link tree down here and I have everything linked up in the comments. So if you see something you want, it should be there. If not, message me. What is everybody up to today? We are gonna do some quick makeup. I'm getting ready for work. And yeah, it's been a busy weekend. I've also been live for, I think, every day for 7 days straight. And that seemed to actually make Facebook happy. So I don't know, we might have to keep doing that, but I guess we'll see if it proves me wrong or not today. I'm gonna go in with this eye cream. I have this linked up in the description. It is to a TikTok link. And I'll tell you why. The brand is Dr. Leo Lab, and they do have a small amount of stuff on Amazon. But the eye cream they have on Amazon is in a smaller tube, so you get less. It's $7 more, and it doesn't have this metal part, which is great for depuffing. And then also with the TikTok one, you get free shipping and you get like 10 eye masks, like, you know, those little sticky eye masks that people are always wearing. So it's just a way better deal. And if you don't have TikTok, but you really want to try this eye cream, just message me. It's $20 for the kit. So eye cream is expensive, you guys. I've seen $50, $65 eye cream. I mean, this one is totally worth it. Good morning, Robin. How are you? Good morning, Dawn. Driving to work. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be headed there too. I am headed there too. Thanks for jumping on. What did you guys do yesterday? We went to my grandma's. This is the lid lifting treatment by by City Beauty. I actually really like it. So these two things have been kind of like my new skincare that's like makeup prep items, if that makes sense. I feel like now that I'm in my 30s, my eyes are just a lot like heavier and puffier, which I think will probably get worse every year. So this just kind of helps tighten that skin and give it a little lift. Good morning, Cindy. How are you? I'm hopefully gonna get a haircut either today or tomorrow. I am growing my hair out right now, but if you have fine hair, you know the fastest way to sabotage any kind of length that you have accumulated is split ends. They will split your hair so fast and so high up that you will have no progress left whatsoever. So gotta get that taken care of. I've been really bad about trims and stuff, but a friend of mine that used to cut hair, and she doesn't live that far, like maybe 26, 27 miles away. She said she'd cut my hair, and so she's done it. She did it the last time, and I didn't wait too long. I think that was in like February, March. So trying to be better about that. Anyways, she's gonna either cut my hair today or tomorrow. I don't know which. I don't really need sunscreen today. It is so smoky. Did I say good morning, Cindy? I think I did. It literally just looks like it's still dark outside, but it's actually just super, super, super smoky. I don't know where it's from. I've heard or like seen little things on social media about Washington having a fire. I think Canada has a fire, or Washington, Oregon area. And I know Colorado had a big fire, which it doesn't, I think that's maybe on its way to being put out. I don't know. You guys might know better than me. But wherever it is, the wind blew it in overnight. So I thought it was bad before. No, we had a lot of smoke in the mountains, or sorry, not in the mountains, at the lake, like blow in. This is like 10 times worse. It literally looks like it's cloudy and dark outside, but it's just smoke. And it's only supposed to be 68 today. How weird is that for August? All right, we're gonna change it up a little bit today. Since we have no sun, we don't need SPF. And I did a little acne face mask this morning, a blemish control one. We're gonna go in with our mattifying primer, and then I'm gonna do more of a light coverage kind of look, like a serum. We haven't changed it up in a while, so I think it'll be fun to kind of change it up. we went to my grandma's yesterday. I actually posted a picture of it. So if you, in my stories and on Facebook. So I don't know. I don't think you guys probably really care that much about my life outside of makeup and hair. But if you are curious, I posted a picture. So it was me, my sister, and then my oldest daughter and her oldest daughter. So Zuri and Millie, we went down to visit our gram yesterday. I only make it down probably once a month to visit my grandma, which obviously isn't a lot. But we try to go whenever we can because we like visiting her. So yeah, once a month obviously isn't a ton, but at least it's on a regular basis. It's about a 3.5 hour drive for me because I drive to Billings, pick up my sister, and then drive to Bozeman from there. So it's just kind of like takes out a huge chunk of the day, you know what I mean? So I'll leave my house at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and then I don't usually get home until 8, 9 o'clock at night, which is fine. It's just, it's not like somewhere I could just drive to, like, well, we pretty much drive there, have lunch, and visit. So I was gonna say, it's not like it's somewhere I could just drive to, have lunch, and leave, which is pretty much what we do, it feels like. But we go where we go whenever we can. We love our grandma. I was obsessed with my grandma as a kid. Sometimes I get messages like saying that I'm like a good granddaughter for like going and visiting, but I actually like my grandma. Like, I love hanging out with my grandma. So it's not really like me being a good granddaughter, it's like mutually beneficial, you know what I mean? I was obsessed with going to my grandma's house when I was little. I've seen about serious fires near Spokane, Washington, so it could be from that. I'm really not sure. We've had smoke for a couple weeks now, but it got really, really bad overnight. Anyways, when I was little, I went to daycare, and I was always so annoyed because I was like, why can't I just go to my grandma's house? Anyways, I told my grandma one time, apparently she loves to tell this story, I'm not going to that effing daycare or something like that, but I said the actual word when I was like 2, and I'm like, well, that tracks. Good morning, Kenya. Actually, I'm not like a super demanding person, but you know, when you're a kid, like, you don't really have any say in anything. Whereas an adult, if I didn't like something, I just would leave. You know what I mean? I wouldn't complain about it. I just like wouldn't go back. All right, let's go in with a little rye. Honestly, I could probably wear papyrus right now because I'm a little more in my summer shade, but since only my face is really showing, and my face is always the lightest part of my body, I think it'll be just fine. And with the sheer skins, you guys, they're such a light coverage. Think tinted serum. You really do not need a perfect match. Like, honestly, almost everyone will be able to wear 2-3 shades because it is such a light, glowy, it's not foundation, but like tinted serum, that it will actually just blend with your own natural skin tone, and it's just gonna even out your skin, give you some really pretty hydration, some really pretty glow. You can totally wear it by itself. It literally is weightless, so it feels no different than having absolutely zero foundation on. You will not notice any difference from, say, just your skincare at all, because it is so thin in consistency that it is absolutely weightless. Or it does wear really, really beautifully under a powder as well. And that's all I did this weekend. So pretty soon, it's kind of crazy that football's coming up. Can anyone believe it? I actually need to take my boys to go get physicals so that they can play sports this year. Like with the school. I do not want summer to end, but oh my gosh, it's ending quickly. I guess at least the one nice thing is it didn't get super smoky until close to the end of summer. Like the last few weeks of it. Okay, see how like glowy that is? It gives a hint of a coverage, like more of an evening of the skin tone, but it's definitely not foundation. So I just want anybody to know that in case you're wanting foundation, I wouldn't want you to order this and you're like, this literally, where's the coverage? Or if you're like, oh, I don't like foundation, you may love this because it is packed full of skincare ingredients. It's ultra glowy, ultra hydrating, and just a really pretty serum. So it's kind of like makeup and skincare in one. How are you, Jeannie? All right, what are we gonna do for eyes and stuff if I'm doing this? I'm wondering if we just do kind of like a brown or like a tan eyeshadow. What do you guys think? And just keep it like kind of fresh and glowy. And I'll definitely probably use one of the cream sticks today. Maybe we'll do a little highlight and some brown pear and just kind of keep our makeup look like very fresh, very natural, but still glowy, even though there's no sun today. And I don't think there's gonna be, because for one, it's only a high of 68. How weird. And for two, even if the sun came out, I don't think you'd see it over the smoke. Can you take the camera outside to show us the smoke? I'm always curious. I can't really show it to you from here because it would just be straight into my neighbor's backyard. But on my way to work, I might have somewhere that I could kind of show it to you. Like on the other side of my driveway. It's kind of like out more in a field. And I could post it in my stories, Robin. Because I don't know if my neighbor would want me. Would he care? Probably not, but you know what I mean? I don't think I'd want someone like recording in my backyard, so I'm not going to do it to him. He's a super chill guy, though. All right, let's do a little brown pear. This is what I've been doing lately, is putting my illuminator on first. I go in stages where I wear illuminator and like illuminator, and stages where I don't. It's kind of the same with concealer. Like, I'll go through chunks where I don't wear concealer at all, like ever. And then I'll kind of get in phases where I kind of start liking it again. I'm basically the same way with illuminator. I have times where I really like it, really like the looks of it, and then I have other times where I'm like, I'm over it. You know what I mean? All right, we're just gonna do a nice light blush, kind of lift the face, add a little color. It's kind of like a skincare X makeup look today, because the vitamin C sticks, hence the name, are also skincare infused. These are also Ophir, by the way. So if you are wanting to snag some, I have my Ophir link up in the description. But these are also skincare infused. They have vitamin C, vitamin A. I'd have to look at the sheet. I know there's like 3 or 4 really key benefits. They're highly, highly pigmented, and they're super glowy, but like hydrating. You know what I mean? So the glow is kind of like, 1, because it's skincare, and 2, because it's a little bit of a cream product. And I love them. I'm not a huge, huge cream product girl. That's very like hit or miss for me, for sure. Just because I feel like a lot of cream products don't wear very well. But these wear beautifully. And I've shown you guys a bunch how I put it like over powder and stuff. And it blends out gorgeous. But you can also wear it on just your plain skin, or like no makeup days like today where it's very light coverage. It's perfect. I love it. This is the shade Brown Pear, but there are a bunch of really good shades. So there's kind of like more purpley tinted ones. Brown Pear I would call a little more nude because it's kind of like that brownish orangey color. There's a pink apple, which is like a very peachy orangey looking one that's nice and light. All kinds of colors. Raisin, I would say, is probably the next most popular. Rhubarb is super, super pigmented, but a little more in that kind of like pinky purple category. Anyways, there's some really, really pretty ones. I actually hope they launch some more because I love them. This one is one of my favorites. Watermelon. I don't think that one's like a top seller because it is so bright, but I love it. This is Pink Apple, which is one of the lighter, more subtle ones that's very like peachy. I don't know where my Raisin went. I'm gonna have to find it because I think that's probably the #1 seller. but I'm not sure where mine is. I probably tossed it in a drawer somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and wipe this off. I don't really think I necessarily need setting spray today since this is so light, but I am going to still. Where did I put that? That is so bizarre. Did I drop it? Oh, it was behind a hairspray. So it was like, I just couldn't see it. Anyways, I don't think I really need it, because this stuff is obviously super light. It doesn't really need melted in or blended, but the the setting spray, Brain Fart, has blue light protection, and it is also skincare infused. It kind of melts your makeup into place and locks it in, all of that, so I really like it. Okay, should we use the same 12-pack nude lip kit we've been using, you guys, or do you want me to change it up finally? I do feel like the orangey nude would go kind of good with this for keeping it like a no makeup makeup. It would go good with brown pear because it kind of has that orangey color to it. But what do you guys think? Where is it? Also, I may not be able to use it today. How am I losing like 2 things that I use every single day? Did I drop it? Oh, right in front of my face, as I assumed it would finally show itself to be. Yesterday, I think it was shade 4 I used. I got ready super early with you guys yesterday before I went to my grandma's. And I was really excited and shocked to see a bunch of you actually were able to jump on. I didn't even know if like one person would get on while I was live yesterday, but I was like, I'm just going to go live anyways because obviously Facebook isn't pleased with me taking off that whole time I was at the lake. Oh, speaking of the lake, I do still have the hives a little bit for everyone that's messaged me. It's mostly on my legs now, and it's not horrible. Like, they're really itchy on like the backs of my legs, and like I can feel the bumps like if I rub my hand up and down my legs, but it's definitely improving. I have no idea what it is because I was actually telling my sister about this yesterday. The one color I'm looking for in here, I actually can't find. I have no clue where it went. Which makes me think I like put it in a drawer or something weird yesterday. But anyways, I was telling my sister about it yesterday and how like my theory on like the hazelnut thing, because I'm like, I really don't know what else is new. I'm using the same laundry detergent. I'm using the same lotion that I've used for years. Like, there really just hasn't been anything new as far as my skin goes. And then she was like, well, you've tried, Brain Fart, what is the chocolate stuff called? Nutella. And she's like, that's like pure hazelnut. And I have. I've eaten that a handful of times. And I've never gotten hives. So I have no idea. But someone did message me in my story and say maybe it's like poison ivy or some kind of like plant or something from the lake. Like, I don't know all the different kinds. And I was like, well, it's been a few days. So I don't think it's that. And she said that kind of stuff can take a few days to show up. So that's kind of my last guess, is maybe I did walk into some kind of weird plant or something at the lake and like it just took a few days. I don't know. All right, let's just go ahead and use these because after today, I probably am going to start doing some different like fun lip combos again because I feel like I'm getting way too boring with these. All right, those are number 7. Let's try number 12. I like this one. I'm sure you guys have all seen, because I've shared it 8 million times, but this is a 12-pack nude lip liners. They're cheap, you guys. $10.99. They are worth the $10.99. They are not going to be like, oh my gosh, these are the most high-end, amazing lip liners I've used. No. But will they give you 12 nude lip liner options? Totally. Some of them are a little bit drier texture. So obviously, as you can see, they're a sharpened pencil. And some of them are a little bit more on the dry side, I feel like. like I said, these are lip liners that are less than $1 a piece, but I think they are definitely worth that. And if you have a dry one, what I find is I just kind of rub like this and kind of warm it up a little bit, and then it goes on pretty much just fine. So it really hasn't been a big issue for me so far. I will say when it's crappy weather like this, I don't feel as like dreading work as much. Are you guys kind of like that too? Because it's like, I don't think I would be outside today. The only thing I would maybe do is like take advantage of it being a little cooler and like pull some weeds. But it is windy. It's super smoky. Not going to be super warm. You know what I mean? So I feel like when it's like this and I go to work, I'm like, well, I probably wouldn't have anything else to do anyways because it's not that nice out. How pretty is that color, you guys? It's kind of like a true nude. Like it doesn't have a pinky undertone or like a super orangey undertone. You know what I mean? And there is a good mix in there of like pinky undertones, lighter ones, darker ones, more brown, more orange, you know, more of a, what I would call like a true nude, in my opinion. All kinds of stuff. Which one was that? 12, I think. All right, let's do our eyes, and then we'll probably add a little lip gloss. I'm gonna finish up these little crumbs of setting powder. So optional step, it does take away some of the glow, but it also takes away the texture. So we've kind of talked about that the last couple days. I've opted for the glow, but if you have a lot of texture and you don't like it, this is a really easy way to kind of blur a little bit, which is to take a little setting powder. I don't think they even make this one anymore. This is just a random one I got as like a TikTok shop sample, and I want to use it up. So any setting powder will work. My favorite is just like a translucent one or something. It doesn't need to be anything special. And you basically take a tiny bit on your brush and you're gonna dab it right over your makeup. And I like to do this at the end. So after I've done all my foundation, including like full coverage days, this isn't a very, this one, it's not a, I like this setting powder, but since it's at the end, I'm like, have it all like broken up because it was a pressed powder, you know? Anyway, so normally it'll work a little better, but I have to like try to get it spread out on the brush. But anyways, what that'll do is it's going to blur texture, set your makeup, mattify. So it will take away a little bit of that glow because it is a mattifying technique, you know what I mean? So if you want the more like glowy look, like summery look, skip it. But if you want the more kind of less textured matte look, as you can see, like I feel like you can see these pores a lot more than these, but this does have that kind of glowy feel. So anyways, it depends basically what your preference is. I kind of go back and forth. Lately I've been kind of liking the glow, especially when I've been wearing my powder foundation. So I have just been accepting having a little bit of extra texture on my face in exchange for having that really like glowy summery look. But today I'm kind of wanting to set it and take away a little bit of that texture, especially where I have such a light coverage and like a no makeup look today. With my melasma mustache. Oh, good morning, Melody. I didn't even see your comments. It's been taking a lot here in northern Florida. Is that for the smoke? Or what was I talking about? I already forgot. Raining. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad it's raining. Hopefully you guys can send a little rain to Washington, Oregon, Canada, whoever it is that's putting all their smoke in Montana and probably a bunch of other places too. Because clearly they need it. Okay, I'm throwing this setting powder away after this. Look at that. Normally you wouldn't really need to do this because you'd be able to cover your brush, but I'm obviously having to like use those tiny little chunks and try to get it on my face. Not the best way, but I don't really like to waste stuff, so I try to scrape it out and like use it up. Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain here, but like last night, obviously I wasn't home the whole time, but when I was, every time it like tried to rain, it would kind of like spit like a couple raindrops and then it was like done. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we're gonna get any like actual rain. I'll try. It's a beautiful day in Kansas City, but of course I have to work. Dawn, that never fails, I swear. Like today I'm kind of lucky that today's the really crappy day out. But I swear it's always like the nicest days that those are the Monday through Fridays or whatever. And even in the winter here, like last year we had a really mild winter, so I really cannot complain. But I swear it was like it never snowed. We had a light snow year, but the only times it snowed was like Friday night through Sunday, and then it was like done Monday through Thursday night. It was the weirdest thing. And that's when, like, of course, we were going to like basketball games. That's when like the state, city, and county workers are typically obviously off on the weekends, but if it snows, they all get called into work. And so we were like joking around, like it only snows on the weekends in Montana now. Like it doesn't snow on the weekdays. It was crazy. Like I swear it almost never snowed when all of those guys were like actually at work. And obviously on the weekends, we were driving to like basketball games or whatever we had going on, you know? And it's like, of course, why wouldn't it blizzard today when it's been 60 degrees all week? For the weirdest winter ever. I'm actually surprised it's super dry right now because we've been like in the hundreds and haven't gotten any rain for like a couple weeks, but considering how little snow we got, I am shocked how green it's been up until, like, realistically, just these last few days. Yep, I just got I'm guessing 4 12-hour overnight shifts, and it's raining, but I'm going to sleep soon, so it's kind of perfect for that. Well, hopefully when you wake up, it'll be, like, sunny, pretty, you know what I mean? And you can, like, enjoy your coffee outside and get a little sunshine and relaxation. Are you off now, or do you still have more shifts to do? 4 12-hour overnight in a row. That is a long week, girl. I hope you're on a day off today. Have to go. I'll catch you on the replay. Sounds good, Dawn. You have a good day too. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Okay, I didn't forget also, this just randomly popped into my head, about the Laduo Flex tutorial, guys. I've actually had a handful of people that want that, but I am not sure if I'm getting my hair cut today or tomorrow or a different day. So I just want to like double check with that first because I don't want to curl my hair. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to blow dry it straight, and then I promise we're going to make a very step-by-step, probably live, just to change it up, because I have a few Laduo Flex tutorials and I've shared some of them to like my stories and stuff. But we'll do a live one. So I'm doing good too. I wish I wasn't going to work, to be honest, but definitely a first world problem. And I'm glad if it was going to be super crappy weather, it's on Monday. Guys, I tried a Dubai chocolate coffee today. So I actually got it at this sporting goods store, and I think it's good. I think it smells good. And I can definitely taste like the strawberry and stuff for sure. But anyways, it's just black coffee. If you can see that. Anyways, it was funny. So we went to this store. I'm having a brain fart. Kenya will probably know if you're still on here. That store that's where Big Bear used to be on King. It's kind of like a Ross for like sporting goods stores. Sierra Trading Post came to me. I'm doing good too. Yay, I'm glad you're off, Melody. Anyways, they have stuff like that in there and just like random stuff. But they had like coffee and stuff at the checkout, and there was this random one that was like a strawberry Dubai chocolate, and it was like a really strong smell, which I thought smelled really good. But Carver and Cody were both like, that stinks. Like, I do not like that. Coffee grounds, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my gosh, it smells good. Like, they're just not coffee people. And then we get to the checkout, and the cashier's like, that coffee is really strong. Like, so annoyed that he had to smell it. And I was like, yeah, I like kind of started laughing a little bit. And I was like, I actually thought it smelled really good, but my husband and my son both said it stunk. And he's just like he was not cracking that facade. Like, there was no laughs. There was no like agreeing with them, agreeing with me. Like, he was just straight up disgusted and annoyed. I actually returned my Ludo Flex, did nothing different for my hair than a regular iron or straightener does. I was bummed. I'm bummed too that you didn't like it. Hopefully, never mind, because you returned it. I was going to say, hopefully after I make this tutorial, it will help, but disregard. I actually really like the Ludo Flex, but I will tell you guys, when I first got it, I didn't hate it, but I was like, if I had to choose the traditional Ludo, or I would choose, or the Flex. I guess I got mascara down there. I would have chosen the traditional every time. Like, I was like, it's not that I think this is horrible, but I was like, it just isn't really as easy to like glide through the hair. Kind of like Robin says, I didn't really think it did like anything special. But I kept playing around with it, and what I found works for me and my hair. This doesn't mean it's gonna work for everyone. And now I will always have like a special place in my heart for the original Duo, because I just love it. I feel like I've helped a lot of girls and women be able to curl their hair that couldn't curl their hair, because it is so user-friendly compared to like a curling iron. So it might always be my favorite, just because I also have like kind of a nostalgic feeling around it. But the Duo Flex, I found if I hold it horizontal, I don't have it out here. Anyways, I hold it like this and glide it. I'll show you guys on this tutorial. Anyways, it gives me like the bounciest, craziest curls ever. And I do not have bouncy curly hair. Like, it's crazy. So I found a technique that makes me like really, really love it. But I also don't think that necessarily means every tool isn't going to be for every person. You know what I mean? So maybe it just wasn't a very good one for you, Robin. Like the Trident, gorgeous on so many people's hair. It made me want to get it, and I have the Trident. And on my hair, like, just to use an example of like, not every tool is for every person. It is like, I hope you're hungry for nothing. I have to like leave my hair clamped in it so long for like the tiniest little wave. So to me, I'm like, I loved the look of that on other people, but for me, if I'm gonna take that much time to wave my hair, I'd rather use the Sculpt Waver or the Versa Waver and get like some really good, true like waves than like basically just that little kink in my hair, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's just an example. Obviously not every tool is for every person, so maybe it was just not a good match. Good morning, Grace. How are you? I think my hair is too layered to get the same effect that yours does with the curls. Totally, I could see that. Thank you, Joan. Yes, my gram wanted to take some pictures. Well, my mom wanted us to take some too, but I'm glad we took those, because a lot of times we don't take any pictures. We're just hanging out or whatever, you know, which is good and bad, because then you don't have any pictures, but you're obviously just like enjoying each other's company. You know what I mean? Like, not worrying about pictures and documenting it and that. So I feel like there's good and bad in both, because then you don't have, like, you only have the memory, but you forget. You know what I mean? Good morning, Mary. Sounds good, Melody. I hope you have a good nap and then a great day off. All right, I think I'm done. The only thing I could say, should we add a little more blush? Robin's gonna be like, Savannah, put that blush down. Do not touch it. Don't even think about grabbing that blush. Do we think this is good enough? I kind of like this. I have been wearing makeup, like a full face of makeup every day for over a week straight, or right at a week straight, something like that. And, which is fine. But sometimes after you wear like powder and like multiple cheek products, like eyeshadow. I haven't worn eyeshadow every single day, but I've worn like powder, foundation, lots of cheek, you know, blush, bronzer, highlight, for sure a lip liner, like mascara. I have worn it all every single day for like over a week. So it's kind of nice to just feel like my skin is like out. Is it as great looking? No. But it feels kind of good just to have like a fresher face, you know, or fresher feeling face. I feel like my makeup face looks fresher because it, you know, gives the appearance that I have a lot smoother skin. But this one like feels fresh because this is no different than just wearing your skincare, except for it gives you a nice little even out in coverage. Oh no, Robin and Joan are at odds. Joan says more blush, exclamation point, and Robin says no more blush. Okay, maybe we'll meet in the middle and I'll do like the teeniest, tiniest bit. Me and Joan are blush girls. We'll just do a tiny, tiny bit. And maybe I'll do a little bit on my eye since I don't have any eyeshadow on. That's not too bad, right? All right, girls, I am gonna go. I have everything linked up in the description. Definitely, if you have not grabbed these lip liners, go grab them. If you've been eyeing Ophir or need any refills, I have my link up there. It's so good, you guys. It's like probably my most used makeup product. And then I went ahead and linked the powder foundation just because I talk about it every single day. So I know that some people, you know what I mean? Like that's what you're looking for. And if you need a color match on that, just let me know. But just so you know, I didn't use the powder I have linked is the powder foundation I use every single day. It's not, I didn't use it today. And then I did finally remember to link this perfume for you guys. My code is SM15. That'll save you on the whole website. But I tried to add the link right to this Vanilla Baby so that you weren't having to search all around. It smells so good, and it's definitely an everybody perfume, assuming that you like perfume. Thank you, Joan. All right, girls, have an amazing Monday. I'm just realizing I have stuff out here. But I will see you girls tomorrow. If you're new here, I should have gave this little spiel at the beginning, but I never think of it. I go live Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Typically, I do makeup. Like today, we just did a really simple fresh look. Sometimes we do like full smoky eye, you know, red lip, whatever. So it really changes up a lot. And if you guys ever do have any special makeup requests, you can always send those to me. And I actually love getting some inspo. Or if you need like tips or whatever, maybe I have a hack, maybe I don't. But if I do, I'm definitely happy to share if I can help with anything. Anyways, we usually do makeup. Sometimes we'll do hair or nails or whatever and change it up. But I go live every Monday through Thursday at between 8 and 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. We chit chat, we do our makeup. You guys help me pick colors a lot. It's really fun. I try new products, recommend products I like. Just that kind of thing. And then I try to post a little mix of shorter videos too. So if you don't like watching a live, I totally get that. I try to post a little mix of like shorter tutorials mixed in. But yeah, you can turn notifications on, add my page to your favorites, and then you should see more of my stuff because Facebook is super, super filtered these days. But anyways, I will see you girls tomorrow morning and I hope you have a good day. Bye guys.